Okay everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Kira John here. So I just wanted to do another video to tell you guys everything that happened since the last video that you saw. So the last video you saw, I was discharged on September 6th. Let's see. So 4 days after that, September 10th, I ended up having chest pain again. It was hurting, but it wasn't as bad as before, but it was enough to alarm me and enough to say, let me go ahead and go to the hospital. So I went to the hospital on September 10th, that was a Friday, and they ended up telling me, okay, you do have a small pneumothorax, but it's nothing to worry about, and we're just gonna send you home. Take some Tylenol, you will be okay. Saturday came around, I was even in more pain, and I'm like, okay, I think I need to go to the hospital again. Went back to the hospital. They said it's a little bit bigger, so they're going to keep me in the office. So the CT surgeons, thoracic surgeons came, and they said, okay, we're going to watch you for today, overnight, and we're going to take x-rays in the morning. I guess x-rays in the morning. If it got worse, we're going to give you another tube, and we're going to schedule you for surgery next week, because it's the weekend, so they don't do surgery on the weekend, so they'll schedule it for surgery next week. So morning came, the pneumothorax stayed the same. It didn't get bigger, it didn't get smaller, so they felt that I was safe enough. It was safe enough to go home. For me to go home. So I went home. Again, take Tylenol. If it becomes unbearable, come back. I went home. I was on bed rest. And so anyway, I was on bed rest for that day. I decided to go ahead and walk around. Do some activity to get my mind off. Do a little bit of activity to get my mind off of it, but not much. It was Sunday by this time. Again, like I said, I rested all Sunday, and so now it's Monday, and I was supposed to be going to like a counseling thing with my dad and my sister. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I've been wanting to see a counselor, see like if they can help me mentally, just get some things off my chest. Went there. And then after the counseling session, which was pretty cool, I got to do a personality test and everything. So after that, my dad decided to take us out to eat. He went and got my brother, and we all went out to eat. So while we're eating, my chest pain was just getting really, really, worse. It was getting worse and unbearable. And so I decided to go to the hospital. And so after we got done eating, I went home, and I told my boyfriend, like, hey, I think I need to go to the hospital. My chest really, really hurts. Anyways, so he takes me to the hospital, the first hospital, which was Emory St. Joseph's. I go there. It was a long wait. I was there for at least almost 3 hours. And when I went up there to the receptionist, I was like, hey, I really can't breathe. How long is the wait? She was like, well, we're packed out. I don't know how long it's gonna be. So I'm telling her, like, hey, I really can't breathe. She's like, well, I'm sorry. I don't even think she said sorry. She had like an attitude, but she was like, we're packed out. And I said, okay. So I went and sat back down because I've been waiting this long. So I'm thinking like maybe they'll call me soon. 30 more minutes passed and they haven't called me. So I told my boyfriend to come get me and take me to another hospital. And so I go back up there and let her know, like, hey, I'm going ahead and check out. And so one lady was telling the nurse that had the attitude that I was going to check out. She's like, oh, she can just leave. Anyway, so I left. And this was on Monday night. So I left, and my boyfriend took me to Northside, which was right across the street. And I was at Northside Hospital. I asked her how long it was going to be. She said we had a 5-hour wait. So I didn't even check into Northside because I'm like, okay, my chest hurting really bad. I'm having trouble breathing. I can't wait 5 hours, And you would think that with breathing issues, they'll get you into the back. But lately, since COVID been going on, everybody seems to be having breathing problems. So, I guess that changed. But anyway, so he takes me to Johns Creek Emory. Anyway, that's a 30-minute drive. On you, my chest is hurting, I'm having trouble breathing. We get there, they said it's going to be 2+ hour wait. So I decided to go ahead and wait. We ended up waiting for like 2 hours and 30 minutes, but I wasn't going to leave again. I couldn't keep leaving. So they ended up calling me to the back. Okay, so they ended up calling me to the back, and they're like, okay, they give me a, IV and everything, take me back for an x-ray, And then they said they're gonna go ahead and admit me, but it's a long wait to get a room, so they're gonna put me back in the waiting room. So I was in the waiting room for I guess for about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. So after that, so I guess in total I was in the waiting room for like 3 hours, but they were doing things like sending me in and out, like between blood draw and x-rays and everything. So they end up getting me a room in the ER, and they're like, okay, the x-ray shows that you have a small pneumothorax. It is bigger than September 10th, that Friday when I had went in the first time. And at this point, I'm not even at the hospital where my CT surgeons work from. They work at Emory St. Joseph's, but I couldn't wait there. So my CT surgeons, thoracic surgeons, are at Emory St. Joseph's. And remember, on that Saturday when they kept me for a day, they said because it's bigger, they're going to give me another tube and they're going to schedule me for surgery. So at this point, the pneumothorax is bigger than it was on that day. And I'm at a different hospital. So it's crazy. So I'm like, okay, I need someone to contact my doctors and let them know I'm at this hospital and that the pneumothorax has gotten bigger. So luckily, the pulmonologist that they work with actually works there too. So he was talking closely with them, and they decided it would be safer for me to stay there and get treated there because they didn't want to do the surgery. And the reason why they don't want to do surgery on me is because I have really reactive lungs, and they feel like if they were to do surgery on me, there's a chance I could end up on ECMO. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, ECMO is like a machine that acts as your heart and lungs. It's usually used for people who have heart and lung failure. I was on it before, like I mentioned. I've been intubated 15 times and on ECMO once. So they feel like they do the surgery on me, I may end up on ECMO. It's a possibility. So they're really trying to try everything else but the surgery. So they say they're going to try the oxygen therapy again, which didn't work the first time, but they're going to try it this time again. So they put me on oxygen, and they kept me on that oxygen for a high flow oxygen. They kept me on that for 2 days. I ended up getting a room upstairs, later in the day. And so they had me on oxygen for 2 days, and then after that they decided, okay, it's not going away, so we're going to go ahead and give you another tube. So they scheduled me for the tube and no food or water. They came and got me that day around 2, 2 days later around 2. Okay, so they came and got me around 2. I loved how this hospital did it. The first tube that I got, I was not sedated. I knew everything that was going on. I could feel everything. I was in so much pain. It was the worst pain of my life. I even told the guy, like, hey, I can feel you. I can feel what you're doing. He told me it was, I guess it was going to be painful regardless. And anyway, it was a lot of pain. I was screaming and crying. This time, they put me under sedation, gave me fentanyl and burner, and it didn't hurt at all. They tried to go through my boob, like I said, but they ended up going underneath after he saw the concern in my face. But it wasn't painful because, like I said, I was out of it, sedated. When they took it out, it was very, very painful though. But anyway, I was on that, had that tube in for 2 days, and then they clamped it. So I had the tube in for 2 days, and then after the 2 days, they decided, they kept doing the x-rays, and they said, okay, the air is gone, we're going to go ahead and clamp it. Clamped it for 8 hours. They were going to go ahead and take out the tube after the 8 hours, but I asked them, hey, this is my second tube. I don't want another tube, because last time when they took the tube out, 2 days later, my lung collapsed. So I said, can we leave the clamp for an extra day just to make sure, my lung's not going to fall down. So they did that, and then after that, they decided, okay, so the x-ray looks good, your lung didn't fall down, looks fine. We're going to go ahead and pull the tube. So they pulled the tube that day, which was very painful. For some reason, this tube being pulled was painful, more painful than the last one being pulled, but it going in was less painful than the last. So, anyway, so they pulled the tube and did an x-ray. Okay, so they pulled the tube and did an x-ray. When did they do the x-ray? 8 hours later. 8 hours later, no, I'm sorry, not 8 hours later, 4 hours later. 4 hours later, the x-ray showed that I had a small pneumothorax. again. So my lung collapsed again. And at this point, I was very frustrated. I think I made a video of that, I'm not sure, but I was very frustrated. And I'm just like, okay, now what? Do I have to get another tube? Like, you know, it's just being tortured. I just feel like I'm being tortured at this point. And anyway, they said, okay, your lung collapsed again. We're going to watch you overnight, do x-rays, and see what happens. Thank to God, and thank you for all the prayers, everyone that prayed. It ended up, my body ended up reabsorbing some of the air, which was yesterday. It reabsorbed some of the air. So this morning when they did the x-ray, it was, so this morning when they did the x-ray, it was less air surrounding my lungs. I did let them know that I'm still having chest pain. Like, I'm still feeling the pain that I was feeling Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm feeling the same pain. But they said, they assured me that the air is less and my lung is inflated again. But like I said, it's not all the way inflated. So I feel like I have a trapped lung, which basically means your lung can't, has so much damage that it can't expand the way it's supposed to. It's inflammation, you know, in the lining. Sorry, I'm out of breath. So anyways, they let me go home today. So I'm home. This is the story leading up to today. Having chest pain again. So I don't know what to do. I'm having trouble breathing. Not too much trouble, but I'm out of breath a lot. So that leads me to why I was making this video in the first place. Well, I guess to update you guys too, but like, guys, I personally feel drained, and I feel tired, and I feel like no one understands. And I promise myself I'm not gonna cry on camera, but like, I feel like when people take care of me, they end up resenting me, or we end up becoming resentful of each other. And it's been a pattern. I feel like it's been a pattern my whole entire life. And I feel like my illness destroys relationships that I have with people. And it's not just one particular person. I just had this on my mind a lot lately. And I also feel like I'm not truly happy. I don't think I've been happy in a very long time. I think the only thing that makes me happy is shopping. Shopping for plants or clothes, or that's really it. I don't think, I know they say your happiness shouldn't involve around people, but like, I feel like the people in your life do have something to do with the happiness that you feel. And I guess my health has really taken a toll on my happiness. It's always taking a toll on my happiness. But like, usually I can pick myself back up. If it's one thing, like if it's 1 month of sickness, I can be okay the next month. Or even the next week. But if it's an ongoing thing, okay. So when it's an ongoing thing, and I'm sorry if I'm out of breath, because like I said, I'm having trouble. I don't know what's going on. But when it's an ongoing thing, and from July 31st, you gotta think about it, guys. From July 31st to September 18th, I've been in the hospital. I only have 1 week out of the hospital. 1 week, guys. And, you know, it's just really taking a toll on me. And I know, like, I preached about having faith in my own video, but sometimes it's hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I know that this too shall pass, but like, I'm struggling, guys. And sometimes I don't like to open up about this, and I pretend to be happy when I'm not, which is something I'm working on, because I don't like to let people in. But sometimes and it's nothing anyone did, and like I said, it could just be all in my head, you know. But I'm starting to feel, sometimes you feel like you're not wanted someplace, or like a burden, And like I said, I always felt like a burden my entire life. So like I said, it may be me. But sometimes I want to like block everybody in my phone and disappear. And no, I'm not like going to do it, you know, but sometimes I feel like I just need peace. And it's hard when you're living a life of disease. And like I said, you gotta find the good in the bad situations. You have to be able to find the good in the bad situations. But I'm struggling to find the good. I don't know, just feeling this pain in my chest, you know. It's really just a reminder of like, I don't want to cry, you guys, but like I'm going through it emotionally and mentally. I don't feel okay, and I'm trying my best to stay strong and be happy, but it's hard, and I'm not happy, and like I said, I haven't been for a while. So, I'm working on myself, like I said, okay? So I don't want to, like, dampen you guys' mood, but, like, I'm working on myself, okay? I'm trying my best, but it's hard for me to see the light at the end of the tunnel when I can't breathe and my chest hurts. And I just got out of the hospital today. Like, and you would think you would feel happy when you get home, or like people will be happy that you're home, and maybe they are, but something in me just makes me feel like I'm not going to where I'm at or anywhere, not even just here. And I've been dealing with this a while, and I just feel angry and hurt because I feel like my life is the life of a disease. I feel like I never truly had a moment to enjoy life, to be happy with my life. Like, I can't think of a time where I was truly, truly happy and no illness, you know, no breathing problems, like just happy. Anyway, I hope this video don't dampen you guys' mood because energy is real, but I just feel like I need to get it off my chest because, I don't know, today I just feel like I'm going through it. And I don't know how to pick myself up. I don't. I really don't. And I've been trying, like I said. Like in the last video, I was saying how my God is awesome, and He is. Like, and what's the odds that the air in my chest would reabsorb, you know? So He is awesome and everything. And like I said, there's people that are dying, people that are losing limbs, people that are in, you know, individual state, people that are struggling on the streets, you know, that people that have it way worse than I do. And so I have to be grateful in every moment. But it's hard. It's hard, you guys. So I just want to be real with you and let y'all see me at my worst and at my best. And this is not even my worst, you guys. So, but yeah, I'm out of the hospital, having trouble breathing again, and I'm struggling mentally, but this too shall pass, you guys. It will pass. It will get better. I keep telling myself that, and you gotta believe it as well. I just feel stuck, you guys. I feel trapped in my life, trapped in this body. Part of me just want to make sure, like, everybody knows I love them, and I'm sorry. I don't want to cry on camera. But, like, I love all my family members. And no, I'm not, suicidal until you ask me that. Well, I'm not. I'm just not happy, and I don't know how to be, and I don't know how to. I just feel like I've been through too much, and I'm breaking down slowly. Okay, sorry. I feel like I've just been through a lot, guys, and I'm slowly breaking down on the inside. I guess I've been for a while, but I try to hide it or act happy. I put on the front for everyone, because I don't want people to feel bad for me. Well, anyways, it will get better. Anyway, I just had to get that off my chest. I just want to be able to do and be more. I feel like I don't have any way to add value to me. I can't, I guess I'll be for another video. Never mind, I'll probably say it now. When I say about add value to me, I mean in a relationship, and like I said, this is not just about my relationship, but in a relationship, I feel like it's two parties equally given. And when I'm sick and down, which I've been sick, it seems like my entire life, I just feel like there's nothing I can give that's valuable. I don't really cook. I clean when I can, which I think I clean a good amount, but I don't walk the dogs. I barely drive myself around. So I'm always in the hospital. I just feel like I don't have anything that makes me valuable or that adds to the relationship. You guys will see a video where I was talking about that, so I kind of wanted to explain it. Sorry, my nose is ready from crying, but I guess it just feels like more. I think I said this earlier, but caregiver and patient, and I feel like I said, it's just been hard, guys. It feels like my asthma has taken a lot of things from me. My quality of life, my happiness, my sports, friends, because I had to be homeschooled, school, because it kept acting up, I had to leave, get a medical withdrawal, and now it's trying to take, I don't know, now it's trying to take, relationships with people, my happiness, my mental mind, my body. Shoot, it already has my body. Anyways, guys, I hate to bring you guys down. I'm okay. I don't want you guys to think anything, crazy or nothing, but I'm fine. I'll be okay. And this is just another trial, for me to get over. One of my favorite sayings is, "This too shall pass, for joy comes in the morning." It's hard for me to see that joy or to feel that joy right now, but I know it's coming. There's always a rainbow after the storm. So yeah, if you're going through it, you guys, I just want y'all to keep your heads up, and we can get through this together. So anyways, thanks for watching. That's it for now.
You love me?
Duh. My love will never change from you at all. You can ask anybody. Anybody.
Well, I was feeling like with all this health stuff that you're falling out of love.
No. Why would I even fall out of love with you just because you going through some stuff, nigga? That's when you need me the most. The fuck I'm gonna sit here and fall out of love for you for?
Oh no, it might have been my head. But we was
It's
arguing
a
back.
lot of shit.
We was arguing back and forth.
It's a lot of shit that be in your head.
Hey guys, I just want to come on camera and explain the last clip that you guys saw. It was like a clip of me and my boyfriend talking this morning when I was editing the clips from yesterday. And I know I'm wearing the same clothes. I haven't been able to shower yet. I have to wait till the day after tomorrow to shower. I have to wait 4 days because I have this bandage from the tube. And if I take it off too early, it will get back into that space. So anyway, he heard the part of the video where I was saying how I felt that if anyone takes care of me, they end up resenting me, and he wanted to talk about it right then and there, and he was just like, he doesn't resent me at all. He never has. Of course, he does get tired sometimes, which is understandable. Anybody will get tired when they have to do as much as he does for me and for the household. So we talked about my feelings, and a lot of things, I asked him like if he still loves me, if he's still in love with me, because at one point I did feel like we were falling out of love with each other. So yeah, at one point I was feeling like we were falling out of love, and it just stemmed from like not having, not communicating. I'm sorry, I'm in my bathroom, but not being able to communicate the feelings that we were feeling towards each other. And I'm just glad that he wanted to talk this morning. He let me know that he loves me, he's still in love with me. None of his feelings ever changed. Yesterday when I got home, the reason why he wasn't around me, which made me feel like, I wasn't wanted there. But he said the reason why he wasn't around me was because he knows that the nurses and the doctors kept coming in and out the room, and I never got any rest, so he just wanted to give me time to myself and time to, have peace and relax, which I appreciate very much. So that just goes to show that how you view a situation and how someone else's view in a situation could be totally different. You could feel a way and they could feel opposite. Because all my thoughts that I was feeling, and it actually happened after having a conversation, it kind of made me realize that I was the one being resentful, which is crazy. But yeah, so we're both, he's happy, and that just made me lifted some weight off my shoulders, because some of the reasons I was sad was because, I just didn't feel like I added any value to the relationship, or I brought anything to the table, as being sick and everything. And he's told me that one of the things he said was that he knew before we got together that I had very bad asthma, and he knew what he was getting himself into, and so he's happy to take care of me because he loves me, and that he will always love me and he will always be here for me. That's just some of the things that we talked about. I don't want to get too much in detail, but I just wanted to clarify and come back on camera what that clip was, which was some of what he said, so you guys will be able to hear that as well. So again, I just wanted to show you guys that sometimes what you're thinking, sometimes the devil can play tricks on your mind, have you feel in a way or think in a way that is absolutely false. And sometimes not even the devil, your mind can play tricks on you. And sometimes the argument to you may be way deeper than the argument was to the other person. Or something that someone said to you may mean more to you or hurt more to you than what they meant it to, be. And so I just want to use our relationship as an example of that. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And again, I'll see you in my next video. I actually made a video for you guys of me cooking a dish last week when I was out of the hospital, so I may post that for you guys. But thanks for watching.